Hello friends, from this video session you are going to learn how to import data from CSV file to Python program and how to export contents from Python program to a CSV file. And with the help of data frame we are going to study all this. Before studying how to do this, let us have an idea about this CSV file. As the name indicates, comma separated values, this can be considered as a plain text file where so many data will be there, and how to separate these data. They are separated using comma. You can see on the screen name, email, phone number, address. This is just a text collection of some words, but they are separated by comma. And in the next line also you can see a name and the Gmail ID, a contact number and the address. These are again separated using comma. So if a file have such contents where values are separated using comma, we can call such file as CSV file. So CSV file is nothing but a collection of text where the values are separated using comma. And why do we use this CSV file? Why the CSV file is very important? Because we can port CSV file across many applications. That means if you have a CSV file with some data, you can read the contents. You can open the file using Excel if you want. If you want, you can open it in Notepad. If you want, it can be opened in WordPad. That means this is portable from one application to the other application. And in Python is able to handle text. So CSV file can be operated, can be read as well as edited using Python. So that is why we are going to learn how to import and export CSV files to and from Python programs. Now let's see how can we create a CSV file. If we want to create a CSV file, we can use Excel. Just type the values that you want. This is an example, so I'm just entering a few raw values. Then go to File and select Save. Choose a location. I'm choosing it desktop. And usually when we do, we never bother this cell, save as type, because whatever we enter and save from Excel must be saved as Excel workbook. But here we have to change the type. You have to choose CSV if you want to save this as a CSV file. So I'm naming it as CSV file. Click on Save. It is asking for confirmation because we are choosing a format which is not the default of Excel. So click on Yes. And now let us save this in Excel format also. So for that you have to select Save As. With the same name, let us save this in Excel sheet also. Now let us check whether the files are available in desktop. Now we are in the desktop folder and you can see CSV file is here, and you can see two files having the same name, but there are differences in the appearance. This is CSV file and this one is Excel file. This you can open either in Notepad or in WordPad. Okay, let us open it in Notepad, and this is the content inside, and if you want you can open it in Excel also. That is why I said CSV files are portable. But what about the Excel file? If you try to open this Excel file using Notepad, let us see how it comes. And it is not showing that option, but if you choose that, see, it is not supported. So Excel files are not supported by Notepad, but CSV files are supported by Notepad application. That is what the portability means. A file is portable in two different applications means the content should be the same if you open it with any of these applications. So this is how we create and save a CSV file. This program explains how can we import CSV file to Python program. For this I am using the CSV file testing CSV. Let us open and see the contents inside that. You can see this is the content saved inside the file testing CSV. That is the name given for the file, testing CSV. And this is saved as a CSV file. You can see from the icon. The icon itself shows the difference. Okay. Let us see what are the steps required. It is very simple. You have to import pandas library. Then you have to use a function read underscore CSV, because read underscore CSV is helping us to bring contents from CSV files to a data frame in our Python program. So df is the data frame to which the contents of the file testing CSV is copied, and if you display this df, will be able to see the entire contents in that file. Let us execute this. Reading CSV is done using this function, and it is copied to the data frame df, and when we display df, it shows these rows. And earlier we checked it, these were the contents in that file. So this is how we import a CSV file to our program. Now let's see the different methods, different ways we can import the file. You have one option here, header is equal to none. Here when you analyze the output, you can see headers are given. Roll number, name, stream, mark have become the headers, and they are the column names. 0 to 9 are the indices, index numbers given for each and every row. If you don't want the heading, you can use this, header is equal to none. In that case, this heading will also be treated as an additional row. There won't be any heading. In fact, the index number will start from 0. Against roll number, it will be showing 0, and this will become 10. We will see in the output. Let us see the next two options also. Index underscore call is equal to 0. Means we don't want the index numbers to be displayed.
And here I am explaining how can we change the column names, at the same time how can we skip rows if we don't want some rows, how to do it. So here names is given as number, name, course, score, and I think you remember the heading given in the CSV file. These are the headings given in the CSV file, and when we change all these, when we apply all these options, let us see what are the results obtained. Let us analyze from the beginning. This is the output for the simple printdf statement. We are simply displaying the contents from the data frame. Here without heading, this is what I mean. There is no heading now. The column headings have become 0, 1, 2 and 3. And these headings became a normal row in the output. That is why I said if we want we can remove the heading. And if you don't want any index, here the indices are starting from 0 and goes up to 10. But here we have no index, roll number, name, stream, mark. So we eliminated the index in the data frame. It is present in the CSV file, but we should not, or we did not import them. Now if you don't want the existing column headings, roll number, name, stream, mark, but I want something different, so you can mention them as names. In this program code you can see I gave names, and I applied one more attribute, that was skip rows. I hope you remember. Let me show it. I gave skip rows as 1. Skip rows was assigned 1. That means you can read the text CSV file testing csv.csv, but instead of the given heading you have to give a different heading. They are number, NO, name, course, score. So in the new data frame you can see the difference. These are the new headings and there is no previous heading, that is skipped. So this row 1 is not present here. If you do not apply skip rows here, we will get the heading as the first row. Along with the new heading we will get the previous heading as the first row. See, but if you want to eliminate this you have to give skip rows as 1. Now let's run this. It is not here now. So these are the different methods we can import CSV file to Python program. Now we have come to the third topic and the last topic from CSV. We saw how can we bring contents from CSV file to Python program. Now it is our turn to send or export contents from Python program to CSV file. It is very simple. Only thing you have to use toCSV function, to_CSV function, and give the file name. What should be the file name which you want to create as a CSV file? So here in this program I am creating a data frame using this dictionary, and this dictionary has keys, name, degree, score. So they will become the column headings in the data frame, and NME, list of names, will be the values below that, and degree, these will be the values. Okay, so I am sending it to this file new CSV. Let us execute this. Anyways, if you are not having any print statement you will have no output. For better understanding I gave a print data frame statement here. See, this df is the name of data frame that I create, and here I am displaying it. So this is the content. Now let us see whether this new CSV file is created or not. Now where to check it? It's very important. We should know the location. Where this program file is saved, in the same directory you will be able to find this file, CSV file. Let us check. This is the path of this current file, program file, Python file. In the same folder, let us check. I have opened that folder earlier. Now in this folder, this is the file ideally program, and this is the CSV file which is created. Let us check. Yes. Is it matching with the output of that data frame? Yes, it is matching. So this is how we can send the contents from Python program to the CSV file.